Hello, viewers. This is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series, and it looks like we have Bant Aggro versus... I'm not quite sure yet. Bant has a Sylvan Advocate, and he just played Nissa Vastwood Seer. The other side has an Eldrazi Sky Spawner and the Scion Token. Packing in with the Sky Spawner for 2. Bant down to 18, and he passes the turn. No land drop. That's unfortunate for him. And attacking all in from Bant. Bounding Crassus. Slight miss. Well, I was going to say a slight misplay there. He could have bounced or flashed it in before and tapped down one of these creatures. But this way he can block the Sylvan Advocate and Nissa and kill both of Bant's creatures and only lose his Sky Spawner. Well, now he's going to lose the Scion token too. Duskwatch Recruiter. And attacking in with the Crassus. No blocks. Bant will go down to 15. End of turn, Bant activates Duskwatch Recruiter and finds an Eldrazi Displacer. No plays, so it flipped over to Kralin Horde Howler. Attacking in. No response, takes 3. Eldrazi Displacer. And that's the great thing about it being the Howler right now is the fact that, one less means that he can play, well, potentially he could have played a lot of creatures, but he tried with the Displacer that got scattered to the winds. There's land number 4 for blue-green. And he's attacking him with the Crassus. Bant is down to 12. Second main phase, Eldrazi Sky Spawner. And attacking in with the 3/3. Is he going to block and kill? Well, Bant fires off a Dramoka's command. He's going to kill off that Bounding Crassus. Or he was going to, but sacrificing the Scion token gave Green enough mana to cast Negate. But still got through for 3, so blue-green is down to 10. But at this rate, this race is going to be won by blue-green. He's got a 3/3 and a 2/1 flyer. That was 5 damage. Bant's down to 7. Tireless Tracker. Ooh, Evolving Wilds is a nice trick with Tireless Tracker. It immediately gets you 2 clue tokens. And in this situation, with as much mana as he has open, and then his creatures costing 1 less, most likely sacking a clue token during his main phase, he's gonna be able to play whatever he draws, unless it's a land. But no attacks, so end of turn, another Bounding Crassus from blue-green, tapping down the Tireless Tracker. Now all he has to do is either bounce or tap down the Howler, and he gets in with lethal for free. And another Bounding Crassus. And Bant doesn't have a response, so that was game. Still not quite sure what blue-green is playing, but he won the game, so let's go to game two. Maybe we'll get a better idea of what his deck is. Okay, first turn Fairy Miscreant from blue-green. And I did a real quick check for deck lists, and I think blue-green might actually be Simic Aggro. So that's what I'll call him for now. So it's Bant versus Simic. Lamholt Pacifist from Bant. Hmm, two blue. Alright, the Miscreant flies in for one. Second main phase, a second Fairy Miscreant. I have to admit, I've only ever seen somebody be able to play a Fairy Miscreant and then somehow get a second one somehow. The only time I've ever seen it was I think it was Mirror Mockery, the one where if it attacks, you make a copy of it, so that you just kept making tokens, so you kept drawing cards. This is actually the first time I've seen somebody hardcast a second copy of Fairy Miscreant. But no plays, so Lamholt Butcher, or Pacifist flips to Butcher. Fairies attacking in, that'll be two more damage. And a Morph. Now, since we've seen that he runs a little bit more of a control-y deck, oh, Dramoka's command in response. I was just about to say, it's either a Stratus Dancer or a Den Protector, and it was a Stratus Dancer. And that was well timed. He was completely tapped out, so Dramoka's command allowed him to kill off a potential counterspell and make his Butcher a 5/5. So that's 5 damage gone through, so Simic is down to 15. Bant throws down a Sylvan Advocate and Jace Vryn's Prodigy. But two spells flips the werewolf back to the pacifist, but it's still a 4/4. Well, it's now 4/4. And still attacking in with the fairies. So that knocks Bant down to 15. No spells were played, so Butcher comes back. I have to expect that Simic has a Bounding Crassus in his hand. Though, if he did, I would have expected him to play it before attackers were declared. So, all-out attack from Bant. Harbinger of Tides. Return target tapped creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Huh, okay. So, goodbye, Butcher. He'll have to replay it as the pacifist, and it loses the +1/+1 counter, so he'll have to work on it being able to attack again. Unfortunately, the Harbinger of Tides is only a 2/2, so it would get killed by the Sylvan Advocate, so he doesn't block. That's 2 damage gets through. Simic's down to 13. Activating Jace to draw a card and discard a card. Discards the Lamholt Butcher, or the Lamholt Pacifist, excuse me. Eldrazi Displacer. It's too bad that he didn't get a Declaration in Stone, because that would actually be pretty good here to get rid of the two Fairy Miscreants, because most likely Simic isn't going to have the mana left open to be able to use those clue tokens anytime soon. He's pretty much got to reserve his mana for tricks like Harbinger of Tides or Bounding Crassus or counterspells. And the fairies just keep getting in for more damage. That's 2 more damage. Bant's down to 13. But if things keep going the way they are, if Simic misses a turn or two, most likely Bant is going to steamroll him. So all in attack from Bant. 2/3 Sylvan Advocate, the 3/3 Eldrazi Displacer. Response from Simic is a Silumgar Sorcerer. 2/1 Flash Flying Exploit. If it exploits, you get to counter a creature spell. Well, unfortunately, he's going to have to double block. And most likely he's going to double block the Displacer because, oh, no. He's double blocking the Sylvan Advocate. I just realized he doesn't have any colorless mana regardless. I was going to say block the Displacer so that he couldn't use its ability, but he doesn't have colorless mana, so that argument is moot. So Sylvan Advocate is going to die here, except for the surprise Jermoka's Command. Turning the Advocate into a 3/4 and having the Displacer fight to save him. A second Sylvan Advocate, and he's at 5 land. All he needs is one more, and his Advocates go up to 4/5s. Uses Jace, which flips to Planeswalker mode, and he shrinks a Miscreant, and the Simic deck concedes. Yeah, Bant really got on a roll in this game, and it just seems like all the combat tricks of flashing in creatures in the world couldn't save Simic from that. So, unfortunately for Simic, I mean, his deck is interesting, but I don't think that it has the muscle really to take on a deck like Bant Aggro. So I highly doubt that we'll see Simic aggro very much in Standard, but it's an interesting matchup nonetheless. So, 2 games down. I'll end the video here. That was Bant Aggro versus Simic Aggro. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.